Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Pod Podcast. This is Week 5 recap. I'm your boy Cash. Greedy.
What's up?
Playmaker 250. Let's kick things off.
Boyd, what's up, Boyd? Let's do it.
Yeah.
Ooh, so we're going to start it off with the thriller of the week. Bengals, Ravens. Greedy, take it off. You know you have a lot to say.
It was a good game. I had predicted that it's going to be the highest scoring game of the week, which it was.
Yeah, you did.
You can't. Division game, good game. Everybody came to play. Baltimore, Derrick Henry, Lamar, whole team game. Everybody did good. When you got somebody down, you got to put them away. You know, going into that overtime, turnover, you know, gave the Bengals the ball back with the chance to put us out. But, you know, too much Lamar. You know, he's him. He got a new name, and you heard it here on the DA Pod first. His new name is Joystick Jackson.
Come on.
Joystick Jackson.
Stop.
You can't do people fathers like that on TV, man.
Stop, man.
That man got kids. They had to call in sick the next day. You know, say that their stomach hurt. They didn't want to go to school because they was going to get clowned. You just take a grown man and bounce him off his stomach. Hey, but that's what he do. You know, hell of a game. I can't wait till next week. Baltimore, keep it rolling.
As a fan, that was an awesome game. Offensive firepower all across the board. Joe Burrow did his thing, man. It's a shame they couldn't get the win.
You're shiesty.
Joe put up big numbers. Jamar Chase finally had a breakout game.
Break.
12 for 10. Ooh,
It's close. It's
193 yards, 2
Break.
touchdowns.
Break.
T. Higgins, 14 targets, 9 receptions, 83 yards. So the three-headed monster did their thing. It's just, you know, they just have to find a way to close it out. That's a game where the defensive coordinator stayed on the bus. It's just offense all day. So, yeah. Playmaker.
Well, I will say, this is probably the first game in a very long time I've seen Lamar Jackson play quarterback. He threw the ball really, really well this game, guys. 26 for 42, 348 and 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, got sacked one time. Impressive game. It was very good. The run game was going well, 175 and 1, with Derrick Henry once again putting them away. It was Derrick Henry who helped them boys win the game for that game-winning field goal. It was him. The game-tying field goal for overtime. Am I wrong? Yeah. Put that man in I. Stop playing. Just put the man in I formation and do it. Let him get the yards. Joe Burrow, what I've noticed, and what you guys probably have noticed too, that Joe Burrow plays Baltimore well every time. He probably puts up, he's put up many career numbers playing Baltimore. Divisional game.
He does it to Kansas City, too.
No, he don't do it to go Baltimore, but I'm gonna let you finish.
If you like, we will talk about the numbers later.
He's 1-9 against Baltimore.
He lights up
The
Kansas
stats,
City.
yes. The record, all right, so he puts up big numbers,
Okay.
but the end result is not always the same. He can't win. But
This
he can't
close.
play.
This
Their
close.
defense is trash, though. They can't play any defense over there, guys. Like, the Bengals' defense is putrid. Not good at all.
Baltimore defense this year's that same way.
I think Bengals are worse.
Yes.
I think
they
like the
32,
bottom
we 30.
three.
Against the pass, number 1 against the run.
We'll see. It was a good game. You called it. Game of the week.
Definitely. How about another shocking high-scoring game? Bucks, Falcons. I would say Kirk Cousins played his behind off that game. That shows why Atlanta paid him all that money. He played up to his contract that game. 509 yards passing. Yeah, Kirk did his thing. So this the week you should be okay with him. But knowing you, Greedy, you're gonna still tear the man down.
I hate Kirk Cousins.
I don't understand why.
Listen.
He played his behind off.
He was allowed to. Tampa
42 for 58, 509.
Tampa played a horrible game.
Primetime Kirk.
Listen, sorry to hit you low, Dan, but the Bucks defense was atrocious. It was.
Primetime
They
Kirk.
did not make any adjustments. I mean, Kirk Cousins is a professional quarterback, and he was. The numbers don't lie. He did what he did. Every one of his balls was thrown directly to the middle of the field.
He showed up.
And they did not make any adjustments. Listen, the commentator was even showing you how bad his injury was, and he was getting no lift off the throw. They allowed the man to beat him in the guts right up the middle the entire game. If you allowed somebody to do it, then I guess that's it was. So if you want to say this was Kirk Cousins' best game, then I guess it was. But me, you, Playmaker, and our nephews could have threw for 500 against them because they didn't make any adjustments, sir.
Nah, I can't take that away from him. He did his thing.
Okay.
Playmaker.
I'm gonna call him Baby Calf Kurt now. Baby Calf Kurt. That man refuses to plant that plant leg into the ground, guys.
Can't.
He refuses. He can. He don't trust the plant leg. He can't throw off of it. So straight shoulder, straight arm. That was, I think, a career or was a record high for a quarterback in Atlanta. I believe he broke the record for 509 and 4. I don't think a quarterback's done for 500. Even Matt Ryan, and he was there for a long time.
I think Matt Ryan made.
He broke that record, sir. Matt Ryan, he broke playoff game probably,
Yeah,
but regular season game, it was what Kurt just did because they kept repeating it. What's going on with the Atlanta run game? I don't get it. Them boys, in the offseason, they're saying that this is we can use Bijan Robinson. It's like Christian McCaffrey, same kind of offense setup. Where is that? I'm waiting for it. I've not seen a breakout game for Bijan Robinson at all.
Well, if they can put up this much points and throw the rock like they did, hey, let them do it.
If they play Tampa every week, they could.
Oh, damn, we sorry, man. We sorry.
Ooh, another good game. Jets, Vikings. Only thing I have to say on this game, and I'm going to stick to this. Sam Darnold, 5-0. Playmaker? I have nothing else to say. Sam Darnold, 5-0. That's it.
This was the first London game of the year, guys. This game was trash to me. I don't know what's wrong with Aaron Rodgers, but that offense looks putrid. It looks very putrid. Darnold is doing what he's always doing. He was forcing for 31, 179, no touchdown. This is his worst game. He actually came down to earth this Sunday, guys.
I had to come down to earth when you're 5-0 though, so he's still riding high.
With a dub. That's crazy.
Still riding high.
So Cash is 5 games away from his predictive win-loss record. He said 10-0. He's 5 more games away from that. With a bye week now coming up.
I said they'd win 10 games, and I'm still sticking with it.
And you can't lose in a bye. So, yeah.
Go ahead, Greedy. Tear him down like you normally do.
He played good this game.
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota defense is keeping him in the game. He is.
Does it hurt for you to come out and finally admit that he played good?
Never heard this before.
No, he played good. Like, listen, got to give credit where credit's due. He did. He still ain't winning no damn 10 games. He will come down. We spoke last week and y'all asked me, y'all said, is this Josh Allen's worst game? And I said, no, the worst is yet to come. And same thing with him. His worst is yet to come. Don't forget now, they just lost Aaron Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Now they got another running back that, next man up, but we're gonna see. He did good. He got the win. He's 5-0, and we're gonna see what's happening this week.
What's up with Breece Hall though, guys? They can't run the ball at all in New York. It's crazy.
I know, right? But,
Crazy.
Yes, they're going through a slump, going through something.
That's wild.
Speaking of Josh Allen, they just continue to find a way to lose. Bills 20, Texans 23. I think something's wrong with Buffalo, and I'm going to come out and say it. Josh Allen is broken.
What?
He is broken. God, I don't even know what to say. 9 for 30,
Yeah,
131 yards, 1 touchdown,
That's wild.
with a 56.4 QB rating. He's broken.
What I saw on this game here, and what I've been seeing for the longest, Josh Allen refused to throw anything check down short. He's not going to take what the defense gives him. He's trying to throw everything down the field deep. Every play has to be a deep play. Just make a play. I mean, you got Cook wide open in the flats. I see a man doing jumping jacks and doing everything to try to get it. He looking past him. He looking past him like, you know what I'm saying, like and it's not just one occasion. You don't think I'm just watching. Take what the defense gives you. There's no way 9 out of 30, 131 yards. Really? I mean, he got to do better. If this was Lamar, if this was anybody else, if this was Justin Fields, they'll be saying, what's going on in there? You got to think about the man behind him. Treat him the same way. 9 stats don't lie. 9 completions out of 30.
That's wild.
A quarterback rating of 56.4.
That's terrible.
Wow.
I'm only upset for 2 reasons.
Fantasy.
No. Yes and no. Stephon Diggs homecoming game to the Bills and they beat him. I was upset about that. I wanted the Bills to win this game. That's to show Stephon Diggs I didn't need him. But clearly I need him.
9 for 30. Like, come on. You need somebody to throw.
Yeah, it was a bad game. Also, Nico Collins.
Hopefully he's okay.
Nah, he pulled his hamstring this game.
At least
and he's gonna be week to week coming. And it was a deep bomb touchdown too. It was I believe 6 or 7 yards for the touchdown. I believe it was beautiful. It was a play action read. CJ Stroud is just disgusting, guys. I watched that play 4 times. It was perfectly read. Stroud knew it was a touchdown the moment he released the ball from his fingers.
That's a bad man. That's a bad man.
Yeah, you been knew that.
They still can't run without Mixon though.
They'll find a way.
They struggling back. They trying.
They'll find a way.
They 28 for 94 in the TD. The TD was a giveaway, but they need Mixon back. They need him back.
They better with him, but they can find a way.
I like hearing you say that.
Yeah, they will. I gotta let you know.
I appreciate it.
All right, Colts, Jags. Jags finally won a game. It's okay. Any thoughts? Go ahead and smile. You know you happy.
All right.
Got the monkey off his back.
This game upset me, but a dub is a dub. 37-34 with 39-year-old Joe Flacco, guys. 39-year-old Joe Flacco, who I also witnessed run for 21 yards for a first down. He ran the longest run of the day was from a 39-year-old quarterback. The longest. You heard me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm the same age as Joe Flacco.
But it was a special event because your quarterback threw for 371 with a win on his 25th birthday.
Mm-hmm. 2 touchdowns.
The run game was going too. So everything equated. And Brian Thomas Jr., welcome, sir. Welcome. We're going to need a whole lot of you and Christian Kirk. Let's keep it going, guys. Right. Please. Let's keep it going.
Yeah. Tank Bigsby is the new running back in Duval. ETN, you better get ready to do some laundry or paint the field, because boy, your job is in jeopardy. You on the hot seat, brother.
Wow. All right. You know, when the season started, if anyone would have told me through 5 weeks the Washington Commanders would have been 4-1, I'd have said you're telling me a damn lie. But Jaden Daniels is the truth, and by far, Rookie of the Year. Could even be in the conversation for MVP.
Well, hold it now. Pump them brakes.
He is lighting it up.
You got good numbers, man.
He has good numbers. Jaden Daniels is lighting it up.
Yeah, he is. He's doing work. But rookie of the year for sure. MVP.
If he keeps playing the way he's playing,
no, they're not going to give it to that. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think a rookie has ever won the MVP.
Never say never.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
But if he's playing the way he's playing, oh yeah, man. He 14 for 25, 328 yards.
Okay, so I got a question. So if he's playing the way he's playing, Lamar, 2-time MVP.
Jesus.
Pat, two-time MVP.
Jesus Christ, man.
Them playing the way that he's playing, you going to give it to a rookie over those 2 guys? If let's say some strange coincidence, every one of them have the same amount of numbers, touchdowns to interception ratio, and record is the same.
Yes, I would go with Jaden Daniels.
No,
I don't
no,
have a
no,
vote,
no,
but yes, I'm going with
I'm
him.
saying. So you're saying that those people on that voting table is going to give it to him. So they're going to give him Rookie of the Year and MVP. Here you go. That's never happened.
He's 4-1 though in Baltimore, and
He's putting up the
it's
numbers.
a good record.
What numbers is he putting up? Something that's now.
Winning
let me further.
numbers.
I understand his winning number. Pat is putting up winning numbers too.
He ain't doing what this dude is doing on the ground and in the air.
Okay, so again,
Pat defense.
You
is
also
real
have to
good.
remember, Pat is a 3-time winning Super Bowl
mm-hmm,
champion.
mm-hmm.
Pat has won an MVP award.
2.
Okay, but the fact is he's done it.
And who else got 2?
It doesn't matter.
No, just say it. Say it so the camera can look in the camera and say who else got 2.
Who's never been to the Super Bowl?
No. Lamar's never made it.
Okay then.
Okay, and neither is Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels is a rookie.
Okay, and he won't make it this year neither.
You've never
I
heard
do know.
You've
Too
never
early.
heard me say
Listen,
Jaden
early.
Daniels was going to the Super Bowl.
Listen, I'm going to tell you since I've been saying week 1,
It's too early.
Detroit and Baltimore. And last time I checked, Baltimore's in the NFC. I'm sorry, Detroit's in the NFC.
You never heard anybody on this panel said the Commanders were going to go to the Super Bowl.
Not at all.
I said Jaden Daniels would get Rookie of the Year.
I said it too.
And I said if he keeps playing the way he's playing, he could be in the conversation for MVP. I never said he was getting it.
You want me to say it again? If I keep DMing Beyonce, maybe she'll respond. He ain't finna get it.
I never said he was getting it. I said he would be in the conversation.
Me too.
Guys, the thief strikes again. Did you guys know that Amari Cooper leads the league in uncatchable balls thrown by a quarterback? What's the problem with Deshaun Watson? What's the real problem? Like I don't get it, guys.
They gave him all that guaranteed money, and they can't bench him. So now they're stuck with his horrible play, horrible decision making, and too much is going on.
They're 1-4, man.
Too much going on. And then the defense is just as bad.
They're 1-4.
When the season started, everyone predicted the Browns defense to be either top 3 or top 5.
They were. Past tense.
Now, their defense can't stop nobody.
1-4 Cleveland. That's wild. All the bad from last year carried over into this season. They gotta bench him. Hey,
can't bench him. He's got guaranteed money.
Can't.
Agreed. They gotta bench him.
No, he can't.
The Cardinals. I'm sorry. The Carolina Panthers benched their first overall pick.
He's a plus.
He ain't getting that much money.
First overall picks get a lot of money.
He
Agreed.
getting
He's not getting Deshaun Watson
Yeah,
money.
so listen, he can sit.
But if you're not winning with the guy you paid to come help you win, what do?
You listen.
You gotta ride that way.
You have to ride that way
To
because
losses?
Yes, listen. If you make your bed, you gotta sleep in it. And I promise you that coach went to that owner and convinced him why he got to give Deshaun all his money. So this owner is waiting for results, which he hadn't got. So his job depends on that. So as soon as Watson get benched, he might as well put his house up on sale for the market because he going to.
You're gonna get cut after this season.
Well,
You can't cut him.
You can't.
I think
they
it's
have a
14
clause in
million.
the contract
I think
that they can the cap
like 14 million.
It's not gonna be much at all if
Yeah.
they cut him now.
Because they get all his money's guaranteed, brother. You see what I'm saying? So if you guaranteed,
They're
let's
gonna
just
cut
say 100, and they cut you, and this year it'd only be 14. He already got 100 guaranteed anyway. So he's right.
They gotta
But
cut their losses.
if he cut him or sit him, the coach might as well. They connect the hip, brother. They Siamese twins. He going with him.
All right.
Shame.
Bears, Panthers. That was Bears finally had a breakout game on offense. 36 points, but then again, it's the Panthers, so
Yeah.
don't really get too excited. What's your take on Caleb Williams?
He's been getting better, like the last 2 or 3 games, man. He's been looking better. He's been looking real better. He's won his last 2 games. Against the Rams, 17 for 23, 157.
Mm-hmm.
He threw a touchdown, then turned the ball over. And then against the Carolinas, who were very beatable, 20 for 29, only 9 complete passes, 304 for 2 touchdowns. And the run game, guys. Swift all of a sudden remembers how to play running back. I don't know what happened to him the first two weeks of the season, but he's been doing real good these last. I think he's had almost 200 yards his last 2 games. He had 73 this game and had over 103. I think the game prior. They're looking okay because they're 3-2 right now, guys.
Yeah.
All the rookies are starting to come on their own now. It took a few weeks, but they're starting to look a little better. The Panthers are the Panthers, guys. I don't even know what to tell you guys about that. Chuba Hubbard, 13 for 97 and 1. It wasn't a good passing game for Andy Dalton. The Red Rocket. Bryce Young played. I didn't even know that. That's how bad the game was. I had no idea. But yeah, the Caleb Williams looks better. Well better.
Greedy.
Yeah. Caleb is he looks good. I ain't gonna lie. First couple weeks of the season, I thought he looked exactly like Justin Fields back there, running for his life and taking 10-yard losses and doing that. But the offensive line is not giving the most help. But he's coming along. We just want him to stay healthy. We want to see what he can do. Now, don't forget, last time I checked, he was the number 1 pick and Daniel was the number 2.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to give it to him on a silver platter and say Daniel's got it so far. Caleb's not playing bad. He did have a game where he put up 383 yards passing, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
He don't have the touchdowns and the rushing that he does have, but he ain't bad. So this race gonna be closer than you think. So we just gonna hope that everybody stays healthy and they keep playing these teams like the Rams and Carolina, and we'll see what they got.
All right. Cardinals, 49ers. Are you more shocked with the Cardinals, or are you more disappointed in the 49ers? I'm going to say the 49ers are a big disappointment because you had a 10-point lead that you just let slip through your fingers. Kyle Shanahan better get it together, or he could be on the hot seat.
He could be. But it's just the 49ers, I'm not shocked. The 49ers are an old team. They win those closing. If they don't do it this year, break them up. Break them up. I mean, break them all up. Do them like frozen Twix. Break them, cause they trash. I understand you don't got CMC, but you have Mason, and you got Trent Williams, and you got Debo, and then you got Ayuk, and then you got Jennings coming out of the way. You got Kittle. There's no reason for them to be losing to Arizona. Arizona is a divisional team. I understand that they play them good, but just like Cash said, with a 10-point lead, they couldn't move the ball. Now I watched this game pretty closely because I got Brock in my fantasy. Some reason he thinking that he's a white Lamar. He's trying to run everything. He's pumping. Man, listen, throw that ball. You got too many playmakers out there. Listen, I understand if it's need be, but he's doing that as a regular. That's his go-to. He better get down.
And they scored no points in the second half.
0.
That is unacceptable. Playmaker?
I watched, I think it was the first drive where Kyler Murray on a design run play ran down the field for 50 yards for a touchdown.
Untouched.
He 50 yards straight down the field untouched for a touchdown. I said, oh, that's not good at all. And James Conner going to do James Conner things. He had 19 for 86, didn't score. But when I saw that, I said, it's going to be one of those kind of games. Kyler Murray threw a pick. Didn't really have a good game in the air. What happened to Marvin Harrison Jr., guys? I haven't seen him too much these last few games.
He needs to be in the milk carton.
It was very interesting watching this game because it's a divisional game because them boys really know each other. But going scoreless in the second half against a divisional team is outlandish. And then Ayuk finally had his breakout game, 8 for 147.
Oh yeah.
And he didn't score, but I don't know. This game was very iffy. It was very iffy. But they lost this game because they just folded pretty much. They came back. Well, they were down 13, right? Mm-hmm. That's crazy, guys.
All right, Broncos, Raiders, Broncos. Like Greedy always says, you don't get points for beating the kindergarten team.
Yeah.
Seahawks, Giants, 29-20. Ooh. I didn't know the Giants had that much offense in them.
They didn't do it. They didn't know they had it either.
Vanilla Vic.
No.
Stop
Ain't
it.
going in there no more.
Yeah.
It's
Stop
a Giant jersey, sir.
Stop.
Vanilla Vic.
Stop it.
It's not a 2-6. It's the team.
Stop it.
Please.
Packers, Rams. Something is seriously wrong with the Rams. They can't win.
Yeah. They.
They're missing their best players, man. You
Listen.
can't win without your best players.
But the show must go
What's
on.
that line you always say?
The show must
Next
go
man
on.
up?
Next man up.
Nah, you can't replace. You can't replace.
So
You can't replace that.
so if they retire, you just fold the whole organization. Just change the Rams and become
if they
cheap.
retire, the team normally makes a move.
Look, makes
to
a move
replace-
now.
to make. So you thought the Rams saw in their cards that they're gonna lose their number 1 and number 2 receiver at the same time.
Yes, because White Wheat's been hurt since birth. Every week, every year, this man is hurt.
Did you see Puka Nacua getting hurt this year?
Yes, I did. He was hurt in the preseason. His knee. So there's nothing new under the sun, right? So what?
Before the season started, you would have thought White Wheat, yes. So before the season started, you would have think Puka was going to be a player that's going to get hurt this year. Before the season started, not preseason.
Yes.
Before,
Yes.
before training camp,
Yes,
you were
sir.
like, and you said Puka Nacua going to get hurt this year.
Yes, I did say it. If you look at my fantasy, which I'm 2 and 3 working on it. I also drafted DeMarcus Robinson. You know why? Because when White Wheat goes down, which he normally do, that means who's going to get the majority of the catches?
Puka.
Who's going to be the number 1 guy that everybody's going to double team on?
Puka.
Who's going to be the guy going across the middle to catch those routes that White Wheat used to get?
Puka.
So who's going to get hurt?
Puka. All right. Saints, Chiefs, 26-13. Cowboys, Steelers. Typical game. So, let's talk about a new topic.
No. I want to hear you talk about this game.
What?
The Steelers.
No, you ain't gonna skate by that one that fast. That was a good try.
I need to hear you.
That was a good
I
try.
want me to say, it was a typical Tomlin game, let down. The defense did anything. Defense didn't do absolutely
I
nothing.
don't know about that, sir.
Okay, so 3 turnovers, right? And yet you still couldn't do anything.
But they got 3 though, right?
Dak was throwing, bro.
Listen.
Dak, no, it ain't like the defense worked for it.
Huh?
Dak was just no. Dak was just throwing it out there.
So-
Did you see, bro, did you watch those plays? It ain't like Dak was throwing it tight coverage and all that. Dak was just overthrowing his receivers.
Okay.
And they just Christmas gifts.
so
it was like
question-
candy was falling from the sky.
So question. So question. Before the game started, Dak went over to Joey Porter Jr. and said, "Hey man, how you doing today? Hey, you want to pick today? I'm gonna throw it in the 3rd quarter. Just be ready."
Did you see the pick though?
Oh, I did see it.
Was that not overthrown?
Yes, it was. But listen, that's because he got pressure. He didn't want standing back there all day and saying, "Let's throw it." The Steelers' defense is not that bad. I'm not saying they're in top 5, but they're not that bad.
They have
Sir,
no offense either.
If something happens 3 times, you think that's a coincidence?
Dallas was just being generous with the ball.
Okay, so that means that your defense was just being greedy, right? That's what I'm saying.
Defense sucked. Offense was just god awful. Couldn't do anything.
Only thing I cared about was seeing CeeDee Lamb say, "Jump ball 4, jump ball." That's it. Because ain't no reason for him to have 5 for 62 in the game. But it was what it was.
You're right. Jalen Tolbert, number 1 receiver.
Yes, sir.
10 targets, 7 receptions, 87 yards, and 1 touchdown.
Yes, sir.
I think the defense did pretty good because.
Game-winning touchdown.
Oh,
By another boneheaded play by Tomlin. If you watched it,
Come on, man.
Mike McCarthy called a timeout. Right? They lined up. Tolbert wasn't on the field.
He got hurt to play before he got kicked in the balls. He
wasn't
took a shot.
he wasn't on the field. Then Tomlin calls a timeout, and then he comes back in the game.
He got hurt again with the play prior.
That's my point. So if Tomlin had never called,
you have
timeout,
to. Now stop.
If he never called timeout,
Stop.
we had a better chance of
would've
winning
been
again.
on the field. Following play.
Hey, listen. As long as you've been watching football, when you're getting ready for a game-winning play, the other coach sees what formation you line up in and does what? He calls a timeout because you're getting the look. He's trying to see. Anybody see this formation before? What's going on? Listen, he's normally lined up in there as a mismatch. He did his job. If he didn't call a timeout, it does two things. It lets you see his formation, and it gives your defense another chance to get another 30, 40-second breather. Because your defense was out there for a while. You're right. And they were gassed.
Because the offense is god-awful.
They had a bad game.
And I will say, it's not on Justin Fields.
No.
He's handcuffed. And he doesn't use the middle of the field. You paid Freiermuth all that money.
Mm-hmm.
Why aren't you throwing to him?
You know whose fault that is, sir? Who did I tell you was horrible before you even brought him over there?
Arthur Smith.
Mm-hmm.
No questions asked. But who hired Arthur Smith?
Tomlin.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Tomlin
Go
did.
ahead.
You know what kind of messed me up was the I think the furthest throw came off a backup quarterback, man, and that was Kyle Allen. He threw for 19 yards in one play. That was it. 19 yards. That was it. That was the biggest. And then Najee Harris had a catch for 20 yards. But if your backup quarterback is actually pushing the ball down the field and your starting quarterback's not doing that, it's a problem.
I don't think it's a problem. I think they need to
Open the offense up.
open the offense up, and I think Tomlin needs to just come out and say, Justin Fields is my starting quarterback. As long as you keep saying, as long as you don't give him that final vote of confidence that you support him as starting quarterback, it makes everything just iffy.
If y'all go under 500, we're gonna see Russell Wilson.
But that's not. But you're doing a disjustice to Justin Fields.
Agreed.
Because you're not opening up the playbook for him.
If y'all go under 500, you're gonna see
Okay,
Russell Wilson.
so you bring Russell Wilson and you open up the playbook and they're still losing. Then what? That just makes Tomlin look like a bigger idiot.
He gonna have to get rid of.
Might not go nowhere.
Hey, let's talk about Week 6 picks. Steelers, Raiders.
Steelers.
Still City.
Okay. 49ers, Seahawks. I go Seahawks.
They playing in Seattle.
Yes, sir. Thursday night.
Seattle it is.
Niners.
Oof. Jaguars, Bears.
Chi-Town.
I'm gonna go Jags this one because it's in London
Yeah.
and it's
Oh.
a
We played
9-game game.
Okay.
We played 2 games in London back
Okay.
to back.
Yeah.
I'm going Jags
I think
because
they're undefeated.
we have a good record in London.
Okay, I thought it was in Chicago.
That's how bad it is. I'm going to win in another country.
Cards, Packers.
Pack.
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 Colts, Titans. Oof. I would say the Colts should win this one.
Listen, we got another coin. We're gonna keep a coin here so we can flip like we did last week. C comes before T, so give me the Colts.
Wow, that's how we doing it.
They're
Two
horrible.
horrible teams. Who you got?
Is Banana Rama still the starter?
Yes, he is.
Jesus. I'm going old man Flacco.
All right.
22 yards.
Texans, Patriots. Texans.
Yeah, they got Drake May gonna get his first start, so I'm going Texans too.
Yeah, Texans with no Nico.
Ooh. Bucks, Saints. Bucks. Bucks
Yeah.
gonna run all over the
Buck should. Unless all they gotta do is stop the passes in the middle of the field, they'll be good.
Dan, I'm sorry. I'm going Saints. Dan, my bad, bro. I'm going Saints.
Philadelphia Eagles versus the Browns and Deshaun. I like to steal money. Watson. I got the Eagles.
I'm gonna take Cleveland in this one.
You going with the thief?
I'm going with the D.
Okay.
I'm going the Eagles because everyone's back.
Everybody's back?
Everybody's back.
You want to rethink your pick?
Nope. Give me Cleveland.
All right. Ooh. Commanders, Ravens.
Man.
Commanders.
Man, please. Stop. Play Michael. Talk some sense into this man.
I'm going joystick. I don't want to, but I think the Commanders are going to come down to earth on Sunday.
Listen. I don't know why he act like that. He just I don't know. He's just being difficult today. Joystick Jackson at the house. In-state battle. Bring your quarters, bring your marbles, bring whatever you want and for a chance to win because Joystick taking all that. This is going to be the game of the week. I said it last week. Baltimore, Commanders, game of the week.
All right. Chargers, Broncos. Chargers.
Broncos.
I'm going Broncos.
Defense.
Bo Nix is looking good,
The
guys.
defense they got ain't playing.
Bo Nix is looking real good. He's one of the young rookie quarterbacks. The switch is starting to come on, and I've been looking at his numbers, man. They look good.
Sean Payton is a quarterback guru.
He's getting it.
All right. No, this is the game of the week. Lions Cowboys.
What?
Don't do that.
Man,
It's a 425 game.
the Cowboys
do
can't
that.
stop the run to save their mama life. And you got a team that got 2 good running backs, 3 good receivers, a good tight end. Man, we should see some third string get some snaps in this game.
They might rush for 250 on the play.
I mean, if they put it at the 425 slot, that means the NFL thinks it's a good game.
I mean, NFL ain't got nobody else to put in that spot, so they put them in there
Don't do that. Don't do that.
with everybody being on bye.
Don't do that.
1, 2, 3, 4 teams on bye.
All right.
That should be a good game, guys.
Who you going with?
Oh man, Lions. I'm not crazy, but I'm just saying this should be a good game.
It's Lions all across the board.
Just
They're
saying.
gonna beat the brakes off them boys.
Ooh. Falcons, Panthers.
You know what?
It's gonna.
You know
Stop.
what?
Stop.
You know what?
Stop.
You know what?
Stop.
The
Stop.
last
Stop.
game of the season last year, when Panthers had absolutely
Stop.
nothing to play for.
Stop it.
They beat them boys.
Stop.
With Bijan.
You just hate Kirk Cousins so much.
No, I'm just saying, division games can go any way.
Stop.
Look at Arizona and San Francisco.
Not this one.
This one. They ain't playing in the dome.
So that's upset of the week. You crazy as hell.
He is.
I'm gonna take it.
You crazy as hell.
Okay.
Sunday night, Bengals, Giants.
Get right.
Bengals, you have to win this. You just absolutely have to. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Vanilla Vic been. Hey, I'm gonna be real with you guys. His last 2 games, he's tightened up. He's tightened up. He hasn't been turning the ball over. Hasn't been fumbling like he was. I don't know. The Bengals don't look good. They do not look good this year.
The defense is horrible.
Yo, pass rusher Thibodeau got hurt. I don't know if he's playing next Sunday.
He ain't got a second. He should be. They haven't ruled him out yet, so he should be good to go.
I don't know. I think the Bengals are gonna have a really, really bad season this year, guys.
And last but not least, the battle of New York. Bills and Jets.
Jets. I think we're gonna see Josh Allen continue to fold like an Oreo in a glass of milk. He's going down.
Yeah, I have to go to Jets on that one. Something's wrong with the Bills.
I'm going Bills.
They
Yeah.
have no run game.
I'm
They
going,
have no wide receiver.
I'm going Bills. I'm going Bills. Because Josh Allen can't keep losing these games like this.
Why you can't?
This is a divisional game. It's a must win for them. The Jets don't have an identity. They just fired their head coach today. I don't know. I think the Bills have more stability from top to bottom right now, and they might win the game. The Jets might because of the whole hurrah. Apparently, every time a head coach gets fired, the team gets more fired up for the backup of the interim head coach. So that's always the thing. But I'm going against it this time.
All right. So before we end this, who do you have on the hot seat now that the first coach has been fired?
He just said it. I'll take Cincinnati's coach.
Yeah, that's a good
Taylor.
one.
Yeah.
I would say the Browns. I think their coach is on the hot seat.
His
Can't
seat-
keep losing these
His
games.
seat ain't hot. His seat is burning. It's on fire. It's inflamed. They need a fire extinguisher.
Playmaker.
I would have said the Jets, but that already happened. So the Bengals may have to, wreck house and like this rebuild from the top to the bottom all over. It sucks for a team who went to the Super Bowl 4 years ago. It's bad, but it might be time.
You know the NFL stands for not for long. So,
And they went to the Super Bowl to his second year.
but a lot of teams go to the Super Bowl and then look at what they've done.
A lot of teams go to the Super Bowl. A lot. I don't know too
But
many
how many
teams that go to the
teams-
Super Bowl.
Okay, how many losing teams that after they lose the Super Bowl they do good after a while? They just fall off.
But not this bad, man. They
Yeah.
fell off a cliff.
It's nothing new.
So did the Rams.
This bad?
Rams off a cliff too.
That was a hangover, they call it.
No, that's a cliff they call
they
it.
fell off the
Yeah. They Wile E. Coyote right off that cliff, sir.
I can name a lot of teams that went to the Super Bowl and they just disappeared.
Giants.
Giants.
The quarterback switch because after
But-
Eli retired, that was it.
But you got to get ready for that.
Remember?
Saints, Colts.
Drew Brees. No one planned on Drew Brees recovery. Don't say the Colts, man. That's
I'm
not
gonna
right.
say the Colts.
49ers.
They kind of no. The 49ers been going through the Super Bowl last 5 years.
Remember they
Not winning it, but
after
last
they-
five.
After they lost to Baltimore, what happened to them?
What have they done the last 5 years?
Have they won it?
You have to get there to lose it. If you don't get there, you can't lose it.
Yeah,
Lamar.
You get
If you can't get there, Mr. Jackson, you
Yeah.
can't lose it.
He gonna get there.
but when you
To
get
lose it.
there, okay, you get there, you lose it, and then you don't go back the following year,
Yeah, but they've been there twice.
and they lost twice.
Philadelphia fell off too,
Oh, that's a whole nother story.
Exactly.
and Pittsburgh.
It's been a
Pittsburgh
long
hasn't been
time.
back in 14 years.
But that's a big fall off, right?
That's not fair. That's not fair, man.
Nah, he's right.
Yeah, that's the truth. That's true.
The Texans.
Nah, I don't know about the Super Bowl.
No, not the Texans. I don't said Texans. No.
They're not gonna see the Super Bowl.
No, it's gonna be.
No, I
awful.
meant the Panthers. My bad.
Oh,
gosh.
stop! Don't know
Oh,
that. That
Lord.
was not like that. Was like Cam Newton that had an awesome year as a football player. That's no.
But
That was,
he's right. So
they may never ever see a postseason game in it.
But the Panthers went to the Super Bowl twice, and every time they lose it, they go years before they go back. Or even-
yeah,
They had Jake Delhomme and
And
then
then
Cam. That was
okay,
it.
after they lost, when did they go back after that? Wasn't it like 10 years or so?
long bit of while. I don't know
It was
exactly.
about 10, 12 years
From
before they went
Delhomme
back.
to Cam, yeah, it was about that gap.
And
Some teams may never ever see a Super Bowl.
And how long ago was Cam in the Super Bowl? How long was that?
Cam retired 2
It's
years
coming up to
ago.
almost about 10 years since they did
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Oh, y'all forgot about the Titans.
Tennessee with McNair.
Yeah, that was 99.
That was a long time. You
25 years ago.
Yeah, but they never actually recovered from that. Dude.
Packers.
They might have a chance with this new.
No,
quarterback.
Packers they did go back to fall. They did go back to the playoffs. They had some.
No,
deep-
no. We're talking about Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but what?
And they fell off.
Seahawks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been bad.
Give it to beast mode on the one. Just saying.
All right, guys. This is it for week 5 from the pod. Peace.
Click and subscribe. You know what to do.
Boss baby 21. You're not tapping, nigga. You're not tapping, nigga. Bring that shit closer to you. Niggas just. You cut it off the last one, right? I didn't watch it all the way to the end.